Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, Traveler's Insurance. Traveler's Insurance. Do we need it? Do we need Traveler's Insurance?
I'm tracking some
Hello, everybody.
things,
How goes
and
it?
they're
How is everyone?
gross. Can you wipe them out?
Adept
Then I won't have to
Mew.
track them anymore.
Hello.
Thanks.
Havoc, hello. AKUD2,
Oh,
Eisenald. Yeah, traveler's insurance. Do you need it? Do you want it? How much is it? Those are the questions we need answers to. And I'm thinking as we travel, and you know where we're going to be traveling. Look at this. I'm trying to talk here, Mr. Minotaur. He thinks he's Greek. Get out of here. But are we going to need it? Possibly. Crimson, hello. How are you, Crimson? How are you? Guardians, in case you missed it, we did a phenomenal run of Pantheon. We did a phenomenal run of Pantheon last night. Crimson, I joined his crew. We had fun. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you. And prior to that, I ran a Crota's End with a big nut. We had a good time. We had a real good time. We had a good time. Yeah. All right. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do? Oh, Crimson, I would love it. I tried to get a hold of Water today, and it says he's in King's Fall, and he never responded. But I'm going to give 10 questions to Water at some point. At some point. But Crimson, yes, I would love it. I would love it. Grim is him. Hello. Now I have been tooling around here. I love the color palette on this planet. Crimson, you probably love the color planet, or the color palette rather. Water's away from the keyboard right now. Yeah, and I'll schedule it with him and see if he's got time for it. Creature Mask, how are you, buddy? Because I want to record it offline and make a video about it. I want to record it.
did you see Mew said, she hope you had a good day? Or they, sorry.
Oh,
I
who
don't know.
said that? Who said that?
Mew. It was all the way at the, like, start. I
Okay.
couldn't
Oh,
remember.
thank you. It was from Mew.
I'll,
Thank you, Mew.
hey,
Thank you.
creature.
Now, I need to get into something, right? There's too much for me to work on to just be lollygagging. I'm a lollygagger. I'm a procrastinator. Have fun and do the rough stuff tomorrow. You know what I was thinking about, Guardians? I'm going to tell you what I was thinking about. Let's go to the tower and pick some stuff up. Now, remember this. This is important. If you are bounty hoarding for next season, the final shape, June 4th, if you're hoarding, oh, Crimson, absolutely, buddy. Thank you. I know that can be rough having to unpack. I was there years ago. I always hated, moving out of the dormitory. Luckily, I only lived in the dormitory for 2 semesters, and then I got an apartment. But yeah, moving, not a lot of fun. Thank you, Crimson. Enjoy, and come back and hang out with me later. Yeah, I was thinking about some stuff in the game, and there are times where you just want to go in and totally have the fun.
Checking.
You want to have the fun, and by fun I mean just take your character out and about, and shine a light on the dark places. And that means shining a light on the dark places means taking out the enemies of humanity. You got to take them out. DED, give them a to-go box. So I look at some of these bills. They are very specific. you're going to need to do certain things. You have to, look at this. I was watching Mactix this morning. Phenomenal live streamer, content creator. Be good to your live streamers, content creators. We need them. We need them. Now, wait a minute. I want that. Squirrel. Do I have too many of those? Where are my consumables? Consumables. Am I maxed out on those? I am maxed out on those. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Says I can delete these. They're cute. They're cute. Unlock. Unlock. Unlock.
Don't delete the things.
Creature,
that
how are you? Big. Hello, hello.
What's up?
AKU D2. I have to go finish writing an essay, but have a good rest of your stream. AKU, thank you for coming to hang out with me. And what kind of essay? I want to know. What kind of essay is it? Are you going to grow up and be a science fiction writer? I feel like we need a lot of really good science fiction, because science fiction eventually becomes science fact. Laser beams, that's all I have to say. Laser beams. Now I cannot accept this. I can't pick that up, and I don't want to go around and lose resources that valuable. Is there a gun I need to make? A game design document? I've had so many AKU. I've had so many phenomenal game people, and I don't mean gamers, because there's thousands, millions of us gamers out there. But the people that do the hard work, down in the basement of big corporate offices, they have stopped by, and I actually chat with them a lot on my X account. I tweet them, and it's always phenomenal. Just last night, we had Shield Maiden in, and some of you know Shield Maiden, follow Shield Maiden, but works within the gaming industry, and I always find that fascinating. Someday I want to talk to the designers that worked on the exotic bow ornaments. I think they do beautiful work. All the exotic bow ornaments, yeah. Now, having said that, let's go take a look at this. Because I know I said some things that weren't real nice. They weren't nice at all. And they bear repeating. I'm going to repeat them. Alone to be joined, as someone in my live stream chat yesterday said, this looks like a cheap squirt gun. This looks like a cheap squirt gun. This thing is Baroque. It needs to be fixed. Why would we pay 700 Bright Dust for that? Bungie, I'm going to need a conference call. We're going to need to live stream the conference call. And I want to know why this ornament is 700 and it looks like $1.50.
So, no rush.
Just calling it out. We're being direct here because we're all friends. Omission says that would be me, and Omission, Travelers Insurance. I see you, Omission. I see you. I did send a little note to Omission this morning. Big, I sent a note to you. I don't know if you got it or not.
Yeah, I just got it. I just looked. Yeah.
Now, Big and I were in a
there we go.
raid last night, and it got a little bit long, didn't it?
Oh my gosh, dude. So,
but,
for no
it
reason.
kind of goes back, Big, what I was just talking about. I watched Mactix, okay, and this is what I learned from Mactix today. Shout out to him for being a fantastic content creator, live streamer. He's full-time now, and I applaud that. But he was saying if you're on your hunter and you're using Golden Gun, don't stand in the well.
Stand in a well.
Step outside of the well. I didn't know this. And last night, I was using Golden Gun inside the well. Well, guess what? Had I watched that Mactix video earlier, I would have known to step outside the well to use my golden gun. I think I shot myself in my foot because I lost 25% of my damage. Big, do you know how it works exactly?
It's with like the damage output of a golden gun, and then with like the radiant of the well, and then radiant of yourself, and it's the whole like thing.
It's math, and
Yeah.
that comes back to my point with when I saw math class on my curriculum, high school, college, wherever it might have been, because I did have math classes. A little bit, a little bit. If I'd have been rich, I'd have paid somebody to take them for me. But a lot of those things, those guys do the math. And they know when they tell you something like that, it's important information. But there are times I don't want to know the math. I don't want a super complex puzzle. I just want it to be fun. I want it to be a good time. And really, about 80% of my gaming, I want it to be fun and a good time. And there are occasions when I don't mind serious gaming. I made a video probably a year ago or more now about, is gaming serious? Can those two words go together? And my ultimate thought about it was, if you're being paid to game, if there's $1 million on the line, if there's $1,000 on the line, then that's serious gaming. But if you and I, Guardians, are just out having a good time, that's just general gaming. We're here for the fun of it. But serious gaming, I just love that story. You guys have heard me mention this before if you've hung out with me. I love that story about the parents dropped their kid off at like a gaming contest, and they were like, here's $50, buy your lunch, a few beverages, maybe treat a friend to a drink. A very young guy. When I say drink, I don't mean, alcoholic. I mean a soda, a beverage, a Mountain Dew, a 7-Up, a Coca-Cola. And I love it when they came to pick him up that evening. He's like, I won $7 million. What parent thinks that about, their kid that, sits in their room and games all the time? I wished I had that story today, and I wish that I would have loved gaming on my Atari 2600. I didn't. Big, now one day, if you decide to have children, how's it going to be with gaming and consoles with your own child?
Well, I'm obviously going to want them to be like extracurricular activities and stuff like that, but if they enjoy gaming, the thing is I'm going to have them like try like extracurricular, because like I enjoyed like football and sports like when I grew up, and like basketball and baseball. So I'm going to want them to try it, and if they don't like it, they don't like it, but
so you're
just the thought
going
of them
for
trying.
a balanced curriculum is what you're going to do, a balance.
Yeah.
I think a balance is good. I think that when you're young, you need options. Speaking of Mactix, he posted a photograph with a big long sword, and I think Havoc said that's the sword from Witcher. It looked legit. It looked real. And I did send him a message about it because it looked like a phenomenal weapon. And I did go through a lot of fencing training. You need to be good with a lot of weapons. And of course, we use swords here in the game. Y'all have heard me talk about having zero experience with bow and arrows. But when I found out they were coming to Destiny in real life, I took lessons. Havoc joined me. Vol joined me because we all, we're in the same area. And we're just able to run right over, an hour and a half to drive. But we all made it. And we took lessons until we were all certified bowmen. And I didn't have to think about what my build was to make it work. But to wrap this all up and put a pretty bow on it, I'm saying Sometimes you need that build so specific to get that maximum damage because you're going to be facing the enemies of humanity and they are going to be very powerful. And next week at reset, we are going to be weaker. The light will be weaker as we go into Pantheon. Now, I don't know what the modifiers are going to be. That's one thing about the Pantheon gaming that we've been doing. The 2 weeks that we've had it, things have changed. The first week you had to use like your class, throw those knives or put up a shield, your class ability, you had to use it. In week 2 we have to use a kinetic weapon. You know, it can't be strand, it can't be stasis, it has to be a kinetic weapon. We shoot I was told last night by one of the folks in live stream, we shoot 1, but I think it's actually 2. I think they corrected it and said you have to get 2 critical shots, and it would activate
You could use
the buff.
You could use like Might of Mini tool
And,
to get the buff going.
Oh,
Ransom.
okay, yeah, and that would
Yeah.
also, does that give you a lot of damage? Because I'm not crazy about that weapon. I just switched over to a hand cannon. I used Malediction, and then I would switch over to, I think I used Galahorn. I've put in the mailbox the Void, what's the Void grenade launcher heavy that everybody loves, the power weapon?
Edge Transit.
Yeah, Edge Transit. I did put that in the vault last night because as you move forward, you know, when you go in to see Oryx, it's Whisper of the Worm. Everybody's on Whisper of the Worm. So you need to be ready to transfer those weapons to maximize your damage. And all of them, you know, many of those bosses require a different loadout. So the math comes into play. And when somebody says math, I run the other way. It's like a hive puzzle. When somebody says there's a hive puzzle around the corner that we're going to have to solve, yikes, get out of there. I don't want to look at the hive puzzles. But you have people that are good with puzzles. You know, you've heard Big and I talk about this many times. Big is really good with puzzles. He's smart. He just graduated from college. He's stepping into the real world. He has someone inside of his clan who's also really good with puzzles. Havoc is good with puzzles. You give him a few minutes with it and he puzzles through it. I, on the other hand, show me the enemy and give me a good weapon because that's what I'm better at. I love it, and I did make a short video about this. Be sure to comment on it. I love for people, you hire the correct people for the job, and you let them do the job that's important. You don't put your puzzle person on ad kill, and you don't put your number 1 ad killer on the puzzle. You get your team together, teams of 6. The raid's coming, just very, very close to us right now, Guardians. You get the team together, and you let them shine. Let them shine for what they are good at. Often, this is in the real world example. Let's say you're phenomenal at your job. You love it. You do great. And they look at you and say, upper management says, oh, let's promote them into this new position. Well, they may promote you into something that you totally don't want it. Now, let's go over to Savathun's Throne World. Let's see, because remember, the Vanguard, Savala, Shax, Crucible, and Drifter, Gambit, those bounties, you can do them now, but turn them in. Don't try to carry them into the next season. They're not going to be any good. Omission says Geralt. I missed some of the stuff. It's Geralt's sword. Okay. Oh, you've stood in the mirror 100 times. Is it a real sword, Omission? Do you have the same one? Because, yeah. Omission says, I definitely could see the resemblance to Geralt's sword as well. If I hadn't stood in the mirror with it 100 times myself, I would have mistaken it too. Who's No, it's Aragorn's sword from Lord of the Rings. Omission, you're scaring me. You're scaring me that you know all this. Oh, God. I just knew it was pretty. Like, you know, I want my sword to look good and be deadly, but first and foremost, it's got to look good, because the better you look, the better you do. Let's pick these up and be concerned about what they are a little bit later. Big, what are you doing? Creature, what are you doing?
You
Nothing.
can invite me, I'll play.
All right, let's get some folks in here. I think Havoc's working on music, but he is in live stream chat. Hello, Havoc. Hello. So let me go over and see if I can find Big. Now, I looked at Big earlier this morning when I signed on, because I have been playing off camera. I do it, you know, it's a thing. I've been playing off camera,
Let me have a warlock.
and it's always a good time. Oh my, you know what I don't have, Guardians? I know, this is the dirty word. It's the dirty word. I do not
Actually,
have the
my turn.
ornament from Gambit. I don't have it. Havoc, are you playing or are you working on music? Because we could go into, you know, something else. We could go into something else. Big, he really made his fortunes inside of PvP. I mean, really, you've heard me talk about it. It bears repeating. I went to the Trials of Osiris Lighthouse for the first time ever with Big. Those are milestones, Guardians. Wait a minute. Those are milestones that you don't forget. Get out of here, Scorn. I just made a video talking about the Hive. And, you know, I find myself, when I'm talking about the enemies of humanity, most often I am speaking about the Hive, because they're dreadful. You know, they're monsters, doubly so. Doubly so. They've been around for millions, perhaps billions of years. Nobody knows how old Savathun is. I mean, Savathun probably doesn't even know how old she is. Reed, how are you? It is good to see you. It's been a while, and I am glad to see you in chat. What's up? What's up?
I'm going to go move my car real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So, you know, it's just watch those bills. Remember, if you're in serious streaming or serious gaming, you might have to make some changes. And if you're just out having fun, you know, whatever you're wearing might work. Cheerios, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. We're just hanging out. I'm hanging out with Big. I'm hanging out with Creature. At least I think they're with me. I sent invites. Let me look.
I'm here. I think Big is doing something.
All right, Big stepped away. Big stepped away. Is Big here? No. In orbit? In orbit. All right, so there's 3 of us. I was thinking about, like, going into a little bit of PvP. I know, it's a scary prospect. The Guardians that you face in PvP are often at the top of their game. What's Amaru talking about? Amaru, I'm talking, buddy. You're going to have to keep it quiet. Someday we're going to find where they're hiding him at on the tower, and we're going to get our crushing fingers out. Although I have to wonder, will some of the minions of the Witness, will they take Amaru down? Are they going to rip Savathun's wings off? Tormentors, the empowered tormentors that we're going to be facing. I say yeah. They're gonna give her a good run for her money, but ultimately we all know Savathun's too good to let go. She's too good, and by that I mean we love to hate her. We love to hate Savathun. She's so wicked. She's so deceptive. Yet Savathun needs us, and we kind of need her. Savathun made a wish. Okay, here, this is it. Savathun made a wish. We don't even know how long ago she made the wish, but a very long time ago, that we would have a path into the Traveler. That's how smart Savathun is. When did she make the wish? How did she divine what we were going to be doing at this point in time? She knew all along what was coming, and she aligned with the Guardians. Not because she loved us. No, it wasn't that. She even was so smart. She knew exactly what to do for the Traveler to shine a light on her and give her a ghost. Amaru was made for Savathun. Basically, Savathun had Traveler's insurance. She had Traveler's insurance. Now, some of you know what I mean. Some of you may not. The Traveler has been a huge portion of this game. His presence has been known. He's not really had an active role. Like, you don't meet him anywhere. You don't see him in person in the game. You know, he's not an NPC. But ultimately, his presence has been with us from the day you were born. And he's no longer up in the sky. Now, we're on the Throne World, and this is in a different realm altogether. But the last city has been protected by the Traveler's presence, just by being there.
Alright, I'm back.
But we know that there's ancient enemies, and they cut... Ball! You've got to shoot them really quickly, Guardians, because you have a few seconds where their hitbox is like a foot long, foot wide. Oh, look at this. Hello, sir. Don't you throw your knives at me. I had the light before you could dream about the light. Nasty ghost. Get out of here.
It's a public event.
Oh, chest. Blood Raven says the Traveler becomes the true final boss in Destiny 3. Blood Raven, is that how you envision it? Is that how you envision the final boss? The final countdown.
I think we're gonna be going against like Vex.
I think you're right. I think the Vex, the smart ones, the smart Vex. Now we're dealing with Operation Vex Wall right now, and we have been. But
I'm probably guessing like
somewhere on their home planet, we all know that the Vex have got better processors, lots of memory and better processors. They have war machines. They are simply waiting for us to do the dirty work. And to them, the dirty work is getting rid of the witness, Mr. Two Finger himself, the witness.
Is that why the Vex aren't part of the AD or whatever? Because they're like,
yeah.
They're laying
that would make
low.
sense.
We know that they're laying low.
I think we're also going to be seeing the Aphelion that the Awoken are scared of.
Oh, the big bad voice you're talking about, Big?
No, the like the other race that like has killed like the Awoken
Oh, like the
and
shadow people or whatever?
yeah,
The
the
window?
Aphelion.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And then I also think we're gonna see like the embassy in the 9.
Start patrol. I didn't mean to do that. Did this go heroic?
I think that would be awesome. The Embassy of the 9.
Yeah.
It better be damn pretty.
Nothing brings folks together like
My
a
eyes better
common
melt
enemy.
out of my skull.
I don't want this one. I don't want to use... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Did that just say...
No, I think this is an easy patrol.
But did it say using stasis, or can I use my strand? I don't want to use stasis right now.
I don't think
strand
we'll
happy.
like. I don't think we're gonna like mess with the 9. But I feel like we're gonna listen to the 9 because they're just like overseers of all the stuff we do. It reminds me
feel
like of like the
Big,
Squid.
don't you think the 9 are kind of beyond even what the Witness has as far as
Oh.
power?
Yeah, I think the 9 reminds me of like the Squid Game, like the people watching and just like controlling it basically to a certain extent.
Yeah. I think even the finger swipe method couldn't take down the 9. I feel like at some point, I always feel like somebody's watching me. I feel like at some point, the 9 will eventually, at least 1 or 2 of them will come forward. Now we know, Big, that the 9 gave the Red Legion the codes to deactivate our security systems around our solar system, so that we were not aware that the Red Legion was making haste to destroy us and take the Traveler. One of the 9 did that. So, it makes you think about it. Guardians, will the Witness, does he really have the power to destroy the Traveler?
Plot twist. Ikora is the Witness. Just throwing it out
Ikora is the
there.
That's
strongest.
why she lost all of
like-
her hair at a young age.
Yeah. To make
Ikora
room
is
for all
like
the
one of the
heads.
strongest. What's it called?
Go commit some
Warlocks. Like the strongest warlock in the game.
I feel like is there anyone that's technically alive in Destiny 2 that's stronger than Ikora currently? I don't know.
I
I'll have
have
to
a wife
look.
saying something. I just can't remember who.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see what that says.
I love this Lost Sector when it's selectable as an 1840. This one is so good. Guardians, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not going to keep this a secret. I really enjoyed being on my hunter for the last few days. I know Havoc's in here, and I kind of feel traitorous by even saying something like that. Because Havoc's been a hunter basically his entire life. There was a brief moment of weakness where he was a warlock in D1 self-res. I mean, there was a moment of weakness for all of us, right? We've all, D1, if you were around back in those days, we all went in as a warlock with self-res. But Havoc had a weak moment, and there was a day where the light shined on him. He was using a hand cannon. And which one was it? It was like a Tex. It was a Tex Mechana, I think, hand cannon.
Oh, last word. It was the one that
Last
that
curse.
auto shot.
First
And it
curse.
No,
did
it's
the
the one that,
great
like, auto
animation like you were a gunslinger and you would
that's the
sling it
one.
around.
Oh, that's
But
last word.
for- Yeah, last word. Yeah, last word. Yeah, and I played with that gun for years and had no idea it auto fired. And
What?
yeah, I know.
And
That's
me,
how bad I was.
Me, who could not throw a grenade
We all
without
had our
killing
moments, right?
myself, said, "You can hold the trigger down, and that will just continue to fire."
I had no idea. I was flabbergasted. I thought there was no gun in Destiny that would do that at the time. And yeah, I couldn't believe that this punk Ransom was just
Me,
never
the
played a
punk.
game in his life. He did.
I
He
don't
played
have
a few,
enough
but
hair
not
to be a
like
punk.
Destiny. Not like Destiny. So yeah, it was funny.
I don't have enough hair to be a
It's not
punk,
just that
Havoc.
you
Yeah,
were worried
it's
about
fine.
his
I'm waiting for Havoc to write my jingle. You know, Ransom Rider.
Probably would have happened today, but
Guardians, if anybody
Because
has
somebody had to do
a
something
good
this
jingle
morning.
in their head, I'm looking at you, Omission. I'm looking at you. A short little jingle.
Is
I need
Omission
a
a
little
singer?
jingle.
I thought you
Sing
were
for
a
us,
monster
Omission.
for choosing
Havoc
the
says he's
house
got
for me.
rider block. I know
Know what I
ultimately
would've
what
done
that
in your
means is
situation.
I don't want to fool with
he's
you.
rocking that one sentence.
There's
off.
no money in it. There's no money in it.
I'm sorry you had to go
But
through that
I
alone.
need a good. I'm
And that
just
I
gonna try
judged
to
you
get
so
out of
harshly.
here. These stairs, you know, I'll be wore out by the time I
Not
get to
going
the
through it
top of
alone
them.
anymore.
But I have to wonder about it. yeah, a jingle. Does somebody know a couple of good words? Something fun, catchy jingle. Now, I have got Big. Are you on the fire team? I didn't look. Did you join? Did you join?
I'm doing onslaught.
Oh, Big's doing
Just
onslaught.
chilling.
Okay, he's chatting. He's chatting. So I was thinking, maybe something fun like a dungeon. And I made that short video calling out the Hive. They are my most hated. My most hated, definitely the Hive. And leave a comment on that video. Are they your most hated?
I think the Hive
Is
might
there
be my
another
favorite.
group that you hate more, like the Scorn? The Scorn, possibly.
Scorn is my least favorite.
So it really. When I think of the enemies of humanity, though, I do think Hive, simply because of what I said earlier. We're still stepping on stones that Sabathun placed. Oh man, Spire of the Watcher. I don't know, Spire of the Watcher. All those big cords on the ground. Somebody could step and get electrocuted. There could be a barbecue involuntarily. Wait a minute now. Pit of Heresy is Pinnacle?
Yep.
Ooh. Let's go see Eris Morn. You can still get high stat armor from Pit of Heresy. It's not going to be... I don't think you can get Artifice armor at all, but it can be high stat. The part I like is just having fun in there. I normally go in with like Wish Ender because it packs a punch. Xenophage actually came from a final mission of the quest. It came from this dungeon, Xenophage, the Pit of Heresy. And it was a ton of fun to get this weapon. I kind of wished we could still open that door and go see that witch. I know many of you, the hardcore Destiny folks, are going to say, Ransom, it's not a witch, it's a wizard. What's the difference? I'm going to respond. What's the difference? There is a short video up now. And some of you may even be... Look at all of these people. Are they waiting for a flag? I'll do it. Flag is down. Wait no more, Guardians. Now, sir, you're a level 9. You should have had resources to put a flag down.
I'm a level 10 and I don't have any.
Creature, say that again. Say it again. We want it on digital.
I'm glad.
You didn't have resources to put a flag down.
I think they're in my vault.
Not enough space. Okay, who do I need to delete around here to have space for that?
Where are my phantasmals?
What do I want to delete? What's this? Riven's Wishes? I feel like all that stuff should have been done. Why do I still have it?
I do have enough. It just wasn't letting me.
Europa sidearm. I need 50 takedowns with a sidearm. Let's see. Do I have any space? Man, I just can't do anything here with you, Eris. Eris Morn and I, we're friends. We have been friends for a very long time. Alright, I don't want to turn all those in because I think when I popped that just then, there was a little bit of XP that popped up.
Welcome, my friend.
Now I can claim this. New quest. I'm
Oh, did
really
you not-
surprised. Like, why is that there? I felt like I
Did
had
you
done
not
all
fully-
of that.
Oh, it might be because you did it on another character, maybe?
Possible
I think
for sure.
it should be account wide, but you could have done it on another character and be on different
I mean,
steps,
I've
maybe.
picked up all of those things. I picked them all up. Chat, hang on a minute. Nebula Dragon, hello. My kitty cat's banging, and when she comes banging, you go to the door, because, she'll get with you if you don't open it up. I'll be right back. Thank you, Guardians. I thought she was going to go out there and get into one of the chairs on the porch and just have, you know, a very lackadaisical day. But she didn't. She wanted back in, and I had to let her in. I found her hanging from a tree, you know, many years ago, and thought I was going to rehome her, and she's still here. She's practically wild, even though she grew up in the house. The vet said she was like 6 weeks old, but she's still,
This
you
is
know,
why you
a
don't
handful.
do onslaught with randoms.
You're doing onslaught with randoms?
Yeah.
Big.
Secret
You're
tunnel.
brave. You are brave. Are you talking to them?
No.
Do you want to talk to them?
No. I
That
don't.
might be a worse idea.
It won't be a good idea if I start talking to him.
I enjoy onslaught a lot, and I'm gonna say it out loud. We needed onslaught because
Why
we
is
had
town
been
gone?
in a state of stale,
I don't know.
for months on end.
How is it?
Oh,
without-
Water! I didn't know
Talking
that
to
you
her.
worked.
Hey, Water.
I didn't know that you worked nights, Water.
Oh, that's gross.
But
I'm so
Water,
sorry.
I am set up, and I've got my notepad of questions. And when I finish this, if you're free,
Talk via email
I'll be
and stuff,
ready.
right?
I'll be ready. I'm here waiting. I feel like I
Bye,
need to go
Nebula.
with something that's not going to run out of ammo.
Have a good day at work,
I have no clue what to do.
Who's leaving to go to work?
Nebula.
Nebula, it's Saturday. Guardians, you know, we push back the darkness on Saturdays. You'll have to call them and just tell them we push back the darkness on Saturdays. Now, is all this set up for Taken, and there's not a Taken to be found, so I'm switching over. Okay, now I'm going to rally. Did I already rally this? Okay. I must have. I rallied it. But we need somebody in here. We need somebody. Who wants to
Me
do
and
this
Nebula both
dungeon?
work on it. Oh, yeah, no fun.
But Water, as soon as I finish this up, I will holler at you if you're going to be around. You might need to take a nap. You might need a nap time.
I think it is. It sounds like you just woke up.
Well, I can wake up and still feel like I need a nap.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Someone just had to do videos this morning.
I didn't do any videos this morning. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Exactly. Nothing got done.
Nothing. Thank you, Water. Thank you.
I tried to join, but I got error code Steel. Oh, Steel. I've seen that before, but
Okay, we have got the cushion chair, the
it's just like
line,
a
and the
general
ice
issue.
cream. Or pizza. It could be pizza. Fate
Hey,
is
Boss
here.
Baron.
Fate is
That one's
here.
nice.
Hello, Fate. Now, I have found the part about this dungeon that's the most frustrating. If you've not been in here, I'm going to tell you the most frustrating part of this dungeon. The witches. The wizards. Witches, wizards, they're the same thing. Prove me wrong in a comment on my short video. I feel like when you have to jump around and find them, that's the worst part. The rest of it, you know, I really get a big kick out of it. here's the line. I probably need to get down here and help my teammates. I'm just, I'm out being lackadaisical, and they're here battling for their lives, and I'm just running around having a good time. I have a good time. And you can't do a lick of damage to that thing unless you've got the sword. See, even Wish Ender is immune. I'm immune. She saw me and she couldn't take her eyes off of me. The Hive, they love me. They love me. Now, it wasn't a cute eye. She didn't wink at me. She spit hate at me in the form of void balls. Oh, I don't want that. Oh. Alright, go get them, guys. Go get them. Now wait a minute. I need to open this. I'm gonna use a consumable. I've got 69 hymns of desecration. Sing the song. Sing the song. It's the hymn of desecration. Havoc, you could write a hymn of desecration.
Oh yeah, we probably could make it like a heavy metal
That would be
song,
awesome to write a hymn of desecration.
or maybe like a techno pop. I think techno pop would be fun. Heavy metal would work well with it as well.
How dare
Ooh, or
you,
like-
ogre. Guardians, did you know that ogre at one point was a tiny thrall? They
Blended
grow to
banana,
be
that's
monsters.
cute.
They are fed to be monsters.
They're sick throw.
Sick.
They are like so serious.
Oh really?
Yes.
And don't they get to choose. They could grow up to
They
be
got
a
a cold.
wizard, an ogre, a knight. That's when you punch a thrall in the face.
Yeah,
Show no
sea
mercy.
shanty. Yeah.
Did I hear
Yeah,
something open? Somewhere there should be a light around here. Throw me the rope, Carol Ann! Some of you may know, some of you may
Heavy
not.
metal always works.
Come to the light, Carol Ann! Am I just... Maybe it didn't pop up yet. You gotta take 3 bosses down, and the ice cream's way over there. I'm gonna head that way. Walk that way. No, you don't. Not today, accursed sword bearer. I got your number. Boom, I got your number.
Oh, careful with the tangle. Pick up the sword and then pick up the tangle and then lose the sword. Oh wait, no, they don't disappear like that.
I'm running up the stairs, up the stairs. You would
I
have
thought they used to drain
Savathun-
over time.
Savathun could have built an escalator in here. Come on, Savathun.
I thought the swords used to drain over time, did they? They're not anymore.
I don't think these drain over time, but didn't they at one point drain over time?
I don't know.
This is the ice cream. Where is she?
Okay. Hiding.
And the funny thing about this one, you have to sling it.
Careful.
She thought she had me. I had 10 points of health remaining. I'm a Titan. You'll never take me. Now we see the light. The beacon is shining. Guardians, I want to say, public service announcement. Public service announcement. And it's not my stay hydrated. It's not the stay hydrated. I want to say that we need everybody, because what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. We're going into the Traveler. We don't have Traveler's insurance. We don't have it. things could get risky. We need every guardian, every former guardian. If you played this game and you've been away, we need you to come back. We need to pick up your armor. We need you to dust off your gear. Find those bullets. Load your weapons. Make sure they are battle ready. Because coming very soon, Guardians, the most deadly battles we've ever known as Guardians. And we need you to bring your light. We need you to renew your light. We need you to be strong. Because these missions, everyone's life will depend upon it. The people of the last city are depending upon you. I want you to come forward, regain the light that the Traveler gave you, and push back against the enemies of humanity. And by push back, Guardians, give them a to-go box is exactly what I mean. With a nail in the lid, because as always, Guardians, these are no mercy missions, and we will have our solar system back. We will. Join us in this battle. We need you now more than ever. Ogre! Leave me alone. Leave Ransom alone. He almost took me down. And there's another one. Another night. Oh, what a night. I'm going to come back and get him, though. Let me make a deposit. But back to the serious note. Each and every one of you, you're that guardian. You are that guardian. You can be the one that fires the shot that takes down. Oh, come on now, Mr. Ogre. If you can't stomp better than that, you're never going to make first choice on the football team.
You know you can't like do damage to the others, right? You're trying to punch him in the face.
Well, you know, I wanted him to go down, and he's immune, and nothing you do in here is going to unimmune him. He will be immune from now on. All right, there's my second one in. Where's my team? Where's my team?
You do this so backwards. That's crazy.
Over here, Guardians. The battle's over here. All right, I'm going to put a flag down. I need something to take out those guys up in the balconies. The guys in the balconies, they're no good. They're
I got
no
launched
good.
in.
They're no good.
He accidentally launched me in, so it started.
Oh no! Okay, I still rallied the flag, so I'm okay.
Oh, I can still rally.
Oh my gosh, we gotta stand on the circle. Now, this is one of those things, Guardians. I feel like there's times where I do this perfection. I have soloed this, right? So don't fear for me. I lived here for, 12 years trying to solo this thing. But it was really, really tough, and it's still kind of tough to solo it. And one of the reasons is this mechanism and this little roundabout. It's cursed. This thing is cursed. And if you don't handle it right, you're going to be eat up with darkness no matter how many you take down. Because you got to step on this. Look at that. Throwing hate. You don't have a ghost. You don't have a ghost. And you're never going to have one because I just took you down. What did they think? Yesterday's broadcast was about schism. And it's going to be the word of the day again today. Schism. The hive. We have Lucent Hive, and we have just this old regular hive. What do they think about all these coming back? Necromancy. We know that way back when, the Hive really they frowned on necromancy. And now, every time we turn around, they're trying to bring some dead Hive back. Now, some ghosts were misled. They have been misled to think that the Hive deserved the light. So far, we only know of one ghost who realized that that's not the way of things. What's his name? Where is that ghost? Some of you may have a relationship with him. Madison, hello, hello. Madison, how are you? Guardians, Madison's a live streamer, content creator, Valorant. Strong in Valorant is Madison. And I love going to watch Madison and see what she's doing and who she's taking down. Madison lives in a male-dominated world in Valorant, but let me tell you, Guardians, she carries her weight.
Hi, Victoria. How are you?
Madison
talk
pulls
on
her
your stream,
weight,
yeah.
and she takes nothing from those folks.
It's
in
weird
there.
sometimes.
Don't mess with Madison's what I'm trying to say. Don't F with Madison. It's not her first time at the rodeo. That's what I'm
Hi.
saying.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't know if I was allowed to talk or not.
Yeah, totally. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Who
Ransom,
are you
you've not
talking to,
you've not
Havoc?
met
You can
you've
at
not
least
met Victoria
introduce
yet.
me.
No one's met Victoria. Victoria, this is Ransom and
Victoria,
Teacher
can you
and a Big
hear
Nut.
me?
Everyone, this is Victoria.
I can't hear you.
How are you, Victoria? What's up? What are you doing? Are you a guardian? Give us the lowdown. We want to know.
Yeah, you playing right now?
Havoc and Kafis have introduced me to Destiny. I am not good. I do enjoy watching you play, though.
Oh, Victoria,
We all gotta
thank
start
you.
somewhere.
And Victoria, so it's my understanding. Now, have you built a character inside of Destiny 2?
Yes. Yeah, I have 2 characters. Can't remember what their characteristics are.
Guardians,
that-
we have a very rare thing in chat. We have what's internally known as a blueberry. And give me some blueberry cobbler. I am loving it. I am loving it when somebody comes into this game and they're new. And Victoria, I am so envious of you because you get to experience these adventures for the first time. And Victoria, it's only new once. Because a lot of them, you're going to get familiar with these places. You'll be going back to them. You'll face more powerful enemies as you progress. You will get better weaponry. Victoria, welcome to Destiny 2. Your light is needed. Because it's very dark, Victoria, very dark. We need you here. We need you. Hunter, Warlock, or Titan. Or all 3.
I think I'm. Oh no, it's around me.
I would say that Victoria has probably chosen a hunter because 98% of you do. But if Victoria said, I want to challenge myself, I want to be more, I want to rise up above the dark, it would be Warlock. Warlock takes an exceptional level of skill. Guardians, you know it, I know it. Titans, the tank of the battlefield, crayons, and a glass of water. We can run them down all day. Hunters, stealth, invisibility, sneak attacks, the ninja of the battlefield. But warlocks, they stand above it all and they spray the battlefield. They rain down fire and destruction. They freeze, they burn, they destroy the enemies of the light, and it takes massive amounts of skill to make a warlock sing. Victoria, I want you to come in and we'll run a couple of missions together. There's several folks inside the clan that are newer, and it would be a joy to see you in action and see what your thoughts are as you work your way up through Destiny 2. Bosco
all the
says,
time.
forever a crayon eater and proud. Yes, Bosco, yes. I have no shame. I had the 200
No
box
shame.
with the sharpener, okay? It was a big crayon box, and I loved it. I loved it a lot. Now, I've gone the wrong way, and what happens here, Guardians, both my teammates went down. Don't go down, because
lost.
if you all three go down, you're going to have to start at the beginning of this again. Not the beginning of the entire dungeon, just of this section. So, like, if you had 2 witches down, and you went down, then you would really need to go in and start the witches over. You don't want to do that. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Hello. Hello. I got that xenophage down here. Talk to the witch that created it, because it
We need
just
one more
took you
witch.
down. That was a shrieker. That usually means there's a witch up here hanging out somewhere. One of my teammates may have taken them down. A 64 pack of Crayolas for you, Blood Raven. Oh, Bosco, thank you for hanging out with me. Victoria, are you in the United States?
I am.
Nice. Thank you. Now, the bulk of the people that, come into my live streams,
Okay, this is hi.
they're
Hi,
USA
Victoria.
based. But I do have a lot of viewers in England, Great Britain, Germany. We see Mango stop by often, but there's a lot of folks, a lot of Guardians from Germany. We have Wales. You've seen me play with Guardians from all over the world. Right now, we are live in 53 different countries around the world. But this video, after the live stream, it is capable of being seen in hundreds of countries around the world.
Millions.
It is our chance to stand up and push back the darkness. Thank you each and every one for hanging out with me and making my channel a success. I recently hit 3,000 followers, on my way to millions,
Oh, 195.
and it's because of you Guardians that come in and hang out with me. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Now, do follow me on social media. I'm on X. I'm on Twitch.
Literally
I'm on
everywhere.
YouTube.
Almost everywhere.
And I need to be more places, right? I need to get busy and get up some more social media. But I've actually really been having a good time on X. I've been enjoying it recently. Memes. Memes can just really be funny and entertaining all at the
I
same
liked
time.
some of your reposts. I liked Water's post of King's Fall.
Water loves those puppy dogs, and they are the cutest little things. They look like they're smiling all the time. And Havoc and I were trying to remember what breed of puppy dog is that?
A Shiba Inu, I think.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Am I in the wrong location?
I'm looking
A
for
Shiba Inu.
the last one. This encounter always confuses me. I'm a blueberry. Oh, I found it.
Take her down, creature. Let her feel the force of your weaponry in her face.
I'm gonna drop a well on her.
Water, it's a Shibu Inu. Inu. They look like they're always happy, they're smiling, they're friendly,
cute.
and I'm an animal lover. I'm a friend to the animals. If I see somebody mistreat an animal, it really upsets me. It upsets me immensely. I don't like it. You mean this way is blocked? I've jumped all the way over here. But I do really, animals, yes. I grew up having a lot of pets. I had animals, a cow, a horse, a pet pig named Wilbur, of course. Is there
What was
any
your
other
horse's
name
name?
for your first pet pig? All kinds of chickens, and I loved it. I really loved it, but it lets you know how smart they are. My pet pig Wilbur. Now he was smart. I mean, he knew his name. He would come running to me. He loved it if I brought, an apple or a couple of cubes of sugar. It just really, animals, they're so smart. And dogs especially, so smart.
Oops, there we go. There we go. Ha! Fixed it.
Madison has a puppy count.
Hey, working. You should get on.
All right, I'm jumping down. Fate, I'm coming. Fate's leading the way. He's pushing into the dark, and I think he's been here before.
Who talk? Oh, they talk. Like words? Does she do?
Yeah, they're like huskies.
Oh man, huskies are wild. They are the loudest dog I've ever seen. I want one so bad.
Why is this not working? Destroy yourself, Shrieker. All right, finally. Do we have all of them? The witch is probably left. And I was right. There she is. Miss Moon 2024. Hello, Miss Moon. This place needs a cleanup. We're going to need a cleanup crew on the moon. This is the reverse of the Red Keep. It's under the moon, and the Red Keep, the Red Tower, is really above the moon. Thank you for the lift. Right, do we have deposits made? Yeah. I didn't realize damage had started. Fate, give us a clue. Give us a clue, Mr. Fate.
They doesn't really mention
Woo, I was going to be so upset if we didn't get that in one round. Did I go deathless? Did I go deathless? Chat?
I definitely didn't.
Was that a deathless run for me? Maybe, and I was just goofing off. This is, this is a gamer day. It's a gamer day. All right, now I'm going to have to leave Creature. I want to give them commendations. Fate and Creature were absolutely phenomenal. But I do have... Kitty Cat, you just came in. I do have, with Water, an interview. Water has agreed to an interview. We have an interview coming up. As you guys know, I've interviewed Vendetta, Aegis, Zemo, and several others inside of the game. And Water is going to be coming up, and I'm excited. I'm gonna mute the chat because this is going to also be recorded. Don't leave. You can hang out with me if Water agrees to it. Let me give one of these guys a promo. And then I'm going to step away and I'm going to meet Water. I think I can step away. Yes, lead fire team. Water, do you want to go into just recording, or do you mind if we stay live? Now, it's going to be, I call these 10 questions with Water, although I have a few more questions for you, Water. And these are going to be just fun questions to get a gamer perspective about you. And I have a place picked out.
Water.
Let me invite Water.
Ask the hard questions, chat says.
Ask the hard questions.
Only the hard questions here.
Let me get Water in here. Ask the tough ones. We want hard-hitting All right, I
Just-
just
just
sent
an
Water
invite.
an invite. I don't even remember how I met Water. Let's wait till
Booster-
Water gets inside of chat. Water, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it working?
Let me make sure I've got Water turned up to max. All right, I boosted Water to 147%. That's a good push. That's a push. All right, now we're gonna go in. Did I send Water an invite?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah, I'm joining. I was
Okay.
starting my game.
Sometimes I don't remember if I invited or not, and it never hurts. You know, when you get double invites, Guardians, that just means they really want you. They really, really want you. Now, earlier today, off camera, I selected a spot to do an interview. Guardians, let's go there now. Now, hang with me. This is going to be just a lot of fun. As you guys know, I've played with Water on some really difficult in-game missions. And I like a good tough mission. I like them a lot. And my favorite part is I like to look at, you know, the in-game, what the scores are, what the kill counts are. You know, some of them, it's really important that you look at the orb count. How many orbs did you make? And Water's always been exceptional in every category. And I made a short video about this. I think it'll go on today. It might already be up. It could have gone on yesterday. That, you know, when you're with a team and they're really phenomenal and they got 1,000 kills and you got 400, don't feel bad about it. It means that they had the opportunity to shine. Water, we're going to go over to one of the Vex spots from early on
Okay.
inside of D2. Over in that Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we're going to go down into one of the Vex structures, and there's a good spot to set up chair and have a chat. Guardians, it's going to take us just a moment to get there. Grab your beverage, get your chips, your snack, and let's go in. I like to come over here. There's usually a little Scion hanging out, and I like to pop him a good. Get out of here.
Look at all that glimmer just lying around. Anyone
The Scions, hated by many, loved by no one. That's the Scions. You know, maybe, I think Keitel loved her Scion. Peons, as you've heard me call them. But ultimately, Crow killed her peon. And Crow was going to be exiled. She wanted him destroyed. I think she wanted a public hanging. But somebody stepped in. Leave a comment if you know who stepped in. Miss Cleo, I'm coming. Water, hang on. I've got to go get the
Okay,
kitty
no
cat.
worries.
She's beaten to get out. Hang on. Chat, don't go away. This is a very important interview with Water. I'll be right back. Thank you, Water. Thank you, chat. You know, Blood Raven, I wanted some ginger root tea, and then I forgot to I forgot to make it because I cut my ginger root fresh to make my ginger root tea, and I totally forgot about it. But I do have my lemon water. I do have my lemon water. Now, I looked at this big stone over here. This is, you know, it's kind of a peaceful area. I like it, and I felt like the waterfall, very scenic, quiet, peaceful. I'm going to turn my HUD off because the interview it will be posted as a separate video. It will be a separate video. And I'm going to pop down right here and do my Chase Lounge. And we're going to start interviewing Water. Water, first, I have a list. I'm, journalism. Yes, my list. Water, tell us just a little bit about yourself to get started before we go into the questions. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, are you in the United States? What state are you in?
I'm in North Carolina. I've been playing this game since like D1, I think like day one D1. My dad got it for me. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was too violent, so he got me an addiction instead.
Your father bought you D1, Destiny 1.
Yes. Yeah, right when it came out.
And you were a school age person at this point?
I was 9 years old.
9 years old. Chat, that's so phenomenal because one of the Coterie of Arms members that I play with started with me at age 9. So Water basically started at the same age. That's pretty amazing, Water, that you've been playing. And if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to let us know, but around what age are you now?
I'm gonna be 20 in a couple months.
20. Okay, there we have it. The basics. Destiny was a gift. He started at a very young age. All right, now Water, we're going to go into some of these questions for fun. Guardians, remember, these questions are always for fun, and we're just here to chat with Water to get to know him better, because we need a spotlight on some of these Guardians that are exceptional. The reason that I felt like this was so good, aside from Water being phenomenal on in-game content and in the game in general, Water has millions upon millions of kills on his kill counter. Water, how many do you have right now? Do you know?
I can check. It is 18,376,886.
Water is on his way to, 20 million is within his grasp. And he will probably hit 20 million inside of the final shape. I have no doubt. Because his number, we can watch it move as he plays. He's that kind of player. He decimates the enemy on the battlefield. You want this Guardian on your team. What are your favorite gamer foods? Warm-up question. Favorite gamer foods.
I've been doing a lot of dieting recently, over the past couple of years, and I found Starbursts are they're stupid. They're way low calorie for what they should be, and grapes are also up there, and of course chips. Everyone has to have a cheat food.
And if you're gonna eat a chip, what kind of chip would it be?
The Sun chips.
Oh,
the
I like Sun
wavy
chips.
ones. They're so good.
Doritos are my favorite, Water, but I can't eat those and use my keyboard and controller because they make a mess.
Yeah.
But Sun Chips would probably be a good choice. Chicken nuggets or chicken tenders?
That's really hard. I'm gonna have to go with nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. All right. And Guardians, keep in mind, gamer food, the raid is coming up. And Water, I know you'll be in the raid day one, correct?
Yes.
Are you bounty hoarding?
No, I'm not.
No. What is your plan in preparation for day one raiding?
It's the same reason I have the 18 million kills. Is there are certain spots in the game that you can leave the game playing for you, and it'll get around a level an hour.
So you plan on utilizing the 3 days before the new raid to level up?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to start into some of the tough ones, Water. These are going to be some of the tough ones. Think back on your career, and you've got basically 10 years inside the game. What is your best moment?
Oh, easy. End of day one Vault of Glass.
And why?
So, with day one Deepstone Crypt, a lot more people beat it than day one Garden of Salvation, and it was a bit of a controversy. And I really feel like I underperformed during that. But Vault of Glass, I came up with a build. Stasis turrets had just come out, and like there was no osmiomancy or anything like that. I was able to get 5 up at a time, and that really helped us during Gatekeeper Challenge. And like everyone on my team told me we wouldn't have beat it without the build.
Now, are you still playing with those Guardians today?
I do once in a while. There's like some of them I definitely play with a lot. Some have left the game and moved on to like Final Fantasy and Fallout, and I've had like some falling outs with some of them, but I do stick around with the general group. Yes.
And just a note about that, Guardians. You know, the gamers. You know, we come and go. We ebb and flow. We're in and we're out. It is rare that you would spend the number of years that Water's been in the game, that I've been in the game, that many of you have been in the game, and still have the same team. I feel real lucky in that I still have, you know, Havoc and Vol that play with me weekly. Now, when you're playing Water, what is your favorite character to play on?
Warlock. Probably Warlock.
And why is Warlock your favorite?
I just the movement options with Warlock, even not on Solar, especially since they've added Mountaintop, but because the jump works based on momentum so much, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that. And Warlock just has a lot of really interesting builds you can do. Titan probably is better recently, but as you've definitely pointed out, my Titan is undercared for.
You're not going to forget that, are you? Water made a video. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it on my channel because I loved it. So your favorite super on your Warlock is what?
I'm not gonna say well because that's just the best. My favorite is probably the Warlock Stasis super. I think the sound design is really cool with it, and it's just cool conceptually.
And do you pair that with Osmiomancy?
Often yes.
Okay, because I love that too. I love it. Do you agree, Water, with this statement? Warlocks take the most skill in Destiny 2.
I don't know if I'd say that. It depends a lot on what you're doing. Because there's definitely some stuff on Warlock you can do that's really hard, but there's also a lot of stuff you can do that's really easy. The most challenging build to use successfully, well, like the most challenging stuff in the game you do right now, you have to do on Titan, and it's like really hard to upkeep.
And when you refer to that, are you talking about like the punch and the grab of
the
Strand?
Strand Titan with I don't remember the name of the exotic because I don't play Titan, but the perk is called Burning Fists. No, not Navigator, the arms.
Oh, Worm God.
Yeah, Worm God Caress.
Yeah, Worm God. Because that you do have to pay attention. You have to activate the buffs to get Worm God Caress to really sing. All right, now, Water, your worst moment in Destiny 2. Your worst moment. Or it can be Destiny 1. I look at it as just one big game. What would you say is your worst moment?
I've got 2.
Let's hear them both.
Okay, so I told you I started playing this game when I was 9, right?
Yes.
Remember the second mission when there's you first meet the Hive and Dinklebot would yell, "We've awoken the Hive," and there was a big loud shriek?
Yes.
I got scared and quit, and I stopped playing for like a week.
Water, I was, an adult. I was retired, at that point in my career. And I have to say, it was terrifying. And I can imagine a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old really thinking, this is too much. It's overwhelming to think about it because they blended the music. What part of it did you find? What scared you about it? What made you quit about that?
There was an old creepypasta called The Rake, which I didn't know anything about, but the pictures of it were scary, and it looks like a thrall, but scarier, and it reminded me of that. And it was also really late at night. I had to have my friend come over and do the mission for me.
How long did it take you to get back into it?
I like a good 2 weeks. Because I couldn't beat the mission. I had to have my friend come do it.
Right now, inside of Destiny 2, thank you for sharing that, Water. I remember a lot of those moments. Just the eerie music. I think I have found if I cut the music out, if I lower it to a point that I'm not really paying attention to it, things don't seem quite as as vibrant, as immediate. There are so many, like I think about Last Wish and some of the music moments in Last Wish, some of them in Deep Stone, several of the raids. In the game, Guardians, if you're not raiders, the game in general has phenomenal music. Have you ever turned the music down just to stay more focused on the job at hand?
I have my own playlist playing in the back a lot of the time, but there are certain spots I absolutely will turn the music on.
Yes, I'm with you. I do lower the music often. Now, if you were looking back at your gaming history outside of Destiny, or what would be your next favorite game?
That's hard because I've drifted between a lot. I'd have to say just the Fallout franchise in general. I can't pick one.
Okay, all right. Your
I-
biggest disappointment in your gaming career, what was your biggest disappointment?
I sold my phone to pre-order the Tricentennial edition of Fallout 76. I sold my phone.
But you were still really young when that came out.
Yeah, I was like it's the end of middle school, start of high school.
Did your family know you sold your phone?
Yeah, they helped
They
me
know
do it.
now?
They were unhappy with me and told me it was stupid, but it was the $80 version because I wanted to support Bethesda.
Okay.
Can I amend one of my earlier answers?
Yes, you
'Cause
can.
The best moment, the Vault of Glass. I forgot. I also did all my preparation for that. I was in trouble for something at the time. I wasn't allowed to use my computer, but I had a PlayStation 4 controller, an iPod 5, and a power bank that I had to have connected to the controller for it to work. And I did all my prep from my bed. And I had a lot of sleepless nights preparing for it. I did all my prep for a month ahead on my phone.
I hear you. Prepared Guardian is the best Guardian. I mean, really, we know that's true. Just now in the real world, what is your dream job in the real world, Water?
That's a hard one. I think dream job, probably something with content creation and streaming, but more realistically, probably something in tech support, and just helping people with problems with their computers.
I'm liking it. Do you feel like you could really create a game that we would all love and enjoy and keep coming back to if someone gave you free reign?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I could, at least alone. I think I might be good at helping someone else do that with like as a playtester, but I don't know about that.
Are you in your clan? What is the name of your clan, Water?
I'm in a temp clan right now because I'm gonna help one of my friends from another clan do clan gambit bounties, but I'm in Codex normally.
Okay. And in your regular group, are you considered the leader, first in charge, second in
No.
charge? What position would you normally take within your group of players?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably one of the worst players in that group because the clan is like the friend group who run the low man server and people who associate with them.
And
So
for people who
it's
might be newer to Destiny that are watching the interview, tell us what Low Man is.
It's a server where there's a bunch of guides to help you learn how to do raids with 2-3 people or solo. MJ's built a really MJ's like the guy who owns it and the owner of Codex. he's built a really, really cool thing. Back in like Beyond Light and before, low manning was a really, really hard thing to get into, and he's made it super accessible, as well as all the people he works with in that server.
And that would anybody be? Oh man, I got booted.
Oh.
No, we're just back into orbit. All right, I should have moved. All right, you're still with me though, right, Water?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. That is, let me, you move and I'll rejoin you, Water, because I love our location there. I don't know where it's going to put me. Why did I was enthralled. I was enthralled with the interview.
No worries.
Okay, join fire team. Thank you, chat. Thank you. We're going to continue as soon as I get back into location. We are going to continue with 10 questions with Water, and it's a little bit longer than that. This will go into the video category on my channel because I want to inspire other Guardians to take a look at Water and listen to his responses, and for you to realize that being a powerful Guardian is a journey, and it's one that all of us can really make. You can make this journey. You have it within you to be a Water. Now, let me get back over here to their little platform. Oh, and look, Water's still there. He hasn't moved. Hello,
Yeah, I'm still
Water. Can you hear me? All right,
Yeah,
now, if you were headed on vacation tomorrow, but coming back in time for the raid, the final shape, where would be your dream vacation destination?
So my parents moved from LA for work before I was born, and I was supposed to be born in LA, but there was issues with the housing market, so we ended up just staying. We go there every year, and I think I would just pick there again. It's wonderful.
Now, I love LA as too. I love it too. I love Hollywood. I love the Hollywood Hills. I like going and being a tourist in LA. I like staying at the historic hotels. I find LA to be phenomenal, except everything is really spread out. There is tons of traffic.
Yeah.
So that is your dream destination for vacation.
It's just, I'm a lot more comfortable there. It's just like the weather's so nice. The people are, if you hang out in the right places, the people are kind.
If someone was looking at you as possibly being a teammate, what are your best qualities, Water?
This is stuff I've been told from past teams, is that I'm fairly good for morale, especially in day ones. And I am the type of person who will bang my head
Alright,
into something
open
over
it,
and
you're
over
good.
until it works, especially on day ones. The reason my first team invited me to day one Deepstone Crypt is so I ended up getting the blacksmith title, and someone who didn't have it said it was easy. So I got the Reckoner title out of spite, which is like at the time the rarest and most grindy title in the game. Both of those titles are grindy, but I got both of them just on a whim, just because I will smash my head into something for hours until I get it.
And what is the longest period of time you've played, continually, basically? I'm not meaning like, a 10-minute break, but just continuous gameplay, Water. What's the longest length of time?
Probably, I think I had to have gone for 48 at some point during COVID.
Okay. Just non-stop playing with a
Yeah.
few breaks in between
Yeah.
and eating some sun chips as you were playing.
Yeah,
Super.
of course.
All right. Now we're going to do just some little general fun ones here. These are bonus questions. What's your favorite movie?
I'd have Truman Show, I think.
Truman Show. All right. Favorite TV show?
BoJack Horseman.
Bojack.
It's
Favorite color?
Well, the color that my Guardian is primarily made of, more of a light blue, not maybe cyan.
Okay. Yes. All right, now, and this is my big question. And this is from following Water on X, formerly known as Twitter. The fascination with the dog and the breed. Tell us a little bit about that.
This is actually a fairly long story with a lot of coincidences, but it's one of my favorites to tell, so I'm okay with that.
All right.
So I used to associate a lot with like the furry community. I had a furry profile picture, and one of my friends that I was friends with as a kid, that I kind of drifted away from, found my Twitter, and I was kind of panicked about that because there's a lot of stigma that comes with that stuff that's not really justified a lot of the time, but there is. So I just picked a random meme that I had on my phone, and that happened to be the dog from the secret ending of Silent Hill 2, I believe, which is a Shiba Inu, and people just started associating me with that. So I kind of stumbled my way into this.
Well, they're phenomenal, and I always enjoy seeing the pictures come up. And it was Crimson who told me that you don't own one of those dogs.
Yeah, sad. I've been looking at getting one. I had like my childhood dog died a couple of years back, and that really hit me hard. So it's
tough. I'm sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Water. It's tough to lose.
It affected me for a long while. I'm thinking I'm at the point I can get another one at some point soon, but my family's going to be moving soon, so that adds some complications. But after that, I'm probably going to get a Shiba.
Water, to finish up our interview, what would you tell people that are considering getting into Destiny? What would you tell them, knowing what you know today, and you were looking at a group of people that were gamers but thinking about trying out a game? What would you say to them about Destiny 2?
Destiny has a lot of bad aspects, but it has way more good aspects. I'd recommend waiting until after Final Shape comes out, because there's going to be a bundle to get all the past DLC. Don't be afraid to raid. Don't be afraid to get into it. Everyone starts just learning out, and the only way to get, like, one of my buddies was talking about how they were scared because they know their damage is going to be bad. The only way to learn how to get better damage is to do it and improve. You can't get all the experience from Rick Ackes videos. Get in there, do some raids, and maybe do some low-mans at some point too, because those are definitely worth it. The game has a lot to offer.
Out of the triple S tier gamers that you watch and maybe get notifications about, who do you turn to for valid, accurate information?
I think a lot of people would say Aegis is really good, but I have a lot of friends that are really smart and know a lot about the game, so they're not really big people, but at Fusion Rifle Main on Twitter, she probably won't respond if you ask her, but I ask her a lot of stuff because she's really smart and knows a lot about how stuff works in this game, way more than me.
Now, is she a live streamer?
No, she's not. She's not a content creator. She's just smart.
Okay.
But Aegis is probably the one to go to for charts.
He's got great charts and great information.
Yeah.
I've played with him before, and he's grand in game. He's grand out of the game with his content creation. Excellent Guardian. What are you going to be really focused on after the raid? Do you think that you guys will be leading the way for folks who haven't been able to complete the raid? And are you you will not be on Crimson's team, right? On
No, I won't.
Weekends?
I will not.
Okay. How did you meet Crimson? Did you guys bump into each other in the game? You were friends outside of the gaming world?
We back in 2021, early 2021, I was added to a group chat where the point of it was someone would send a tweet and everyone else would like it, so we could ratio people easier, which is kind of a cringe looking back. But I met a lot of really good people in there. Crimson's one of them. I would LFG for trials, and he joined one day, and we were just had a good vibe, so we kept playing.
You hit it off.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say to our listening audience? Now, remember, this will be on video later and will be available to be seen around the world. Just what are your closing thoughts? What would you like to convey to the folks out there listening and watching?
I appreciate you sticking around for the full thing. This was really fun, and Ransom, you're genuinely one of the brightest lights in the community. And there's a lot of toxicity, especially in the latter years of Destiny. But you're a reminder that there's still a lot of good people that play this game, and I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
you for
Water.
that.
There is a little bit of bitterness that runs around every once in a while.
Oh,
I know. I get them in
yeah,
my
it's-
comments often. But
I can't.
now, Water, do you stream ever at all? Are you going to be a content creator? Do you ever envision yourself and sharing with others your knowledge?
I need to stream more. I did a charity stream for my buddy who has cancer a little while back. I actually met him like through Destiny in person, but that really reminded me how much I love doing it. So I need to get back to that more. And I have been posting YouTube shorts now and then, just like funny little useless tidbits that I need to get back to doing too.
But in all of the shorts, they're basically just little tidbits. Someone sent me a message one time, Water, and said, your shorts need to be longer. I've got live streams that are hours long. The shorts they have to be basically, they say 60 seconds, but it's 59 seconds. It cuts off at 59.
Yeah, you can't go at
3 or something. But Water, I think you're a real asset to the community. I know you've reached out a hand to me. You've covered me. You got those revives when I went down. You shined a light into a very dark place. And as a gamer, I am thankful to call you friend, and I enjoy playing with you every time we hit the battlefield. Chat, Water is an exceptional guardian, and all of you are exceptional guardians, because we get up every day, we go forth, and we push back against the darkness. Water is an absolute omission. Water's a gem. He's a gem, and I like that he's been here on the whole journey. Water's been here through thick and thin, sick and sin, and he's made friends along the way, and they're playing with him day in, day out. And definitely go back into some of my prior videos. We've ran the raids together. We've run through the pantheons together. And I look forward to hopefully running through all of them, even at, a decreased light level. Water,
Absolutely.
I want to reserve the right to ask you back, because I'm sure people will send me questions that I should have asked.
Oh, for sure.
And I'd like to have you back sometime. I definitely want to hear more from you and see when your career progresses inside of Destiny. And when you hit 20 million, we need to have a party. We need to rent out the Shattered Throne and have a good time. Water, thank you. Chat, I am Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, and we've been speaking with Water. Let's just take a look at him as we close out the interview section. This is Water. He's an 11 Paragon, and he's truly, it says Temp Clan. When did this go up, Water? I don't ever remember seeing it say Temp Clan before.
It's it was like 10 minutes ago. One of my friends from another clan needs to do Gambit bounties, and we can't join each other's clans because none of the admins are on. So I just made one so we could
get together,
do the bounties real quick. I just now got an invite back to my old clan. So yeah,
they
this
just
is
realized
just
you're gone. They're upset. I know they'd be upset. Water is an 1836, a warlock human, currently running Dawnblade, the Mountaintop, Sunshot, Sola Scar, Adele.
Oh,
this is kind of a surprise. This is.
I put it on because there's a really interesting thing about it I wanted to show you before I go. Hold on. Oh, I fell off.
Where are you? Hang on. Let me get you in the camera. Okay.
This is the only sword in the game. If you do a heavy attack without any charge, it creates a light source that doesn't go away.
Wow.
I don't know why it does this, but it does.
Where was that when I was struggling to get through Crota? It's still there.
Yeah, it doesn't go away. It stays until you reset the load zone. It's awesome. It's so useless,
I am
but it's
so
so
glad
funny.
that I have that sword. I have that sword. Well, unless I let Crimson talk me into deleting it, although I don't think I did.
He forced me to delete a horror story I had for 5 years with no kills, and it had, hold on, like, give me a second to remember the name of the perk, because they told me I'd forget. Hold on.
Do you know that he told me to delete my horror story, and I had it since horror story came out?
Yeah, me too. It what's the name of the perk when you crouch? It gives you like accuracy. What is that called? I'm blanking on it.
Field prep?
No, not field prep. It's the other one.
I don't remember. Remember.
But it was that and moving target, and it's gonna live on in memory. It was firmly
it is
planted.
a surprise to see you. And have you tried that in dark places?
I never got a single kill on it. And I had it for 5 years, and he finally made me delete it.
All right.
It survived
now,
so many vault cleanings.
We're gonna. And will you stream your day one raid experience, or is that going to be a private
yes.
thing?
I will be streaming it most likely. I have to talk to my team about that, but a lot of people I know in real life want me to.
And will you be silent, or will you be heard on your stream?
No, we'll have our mics on if I'm streaming.
Okay, all right. Because I do love to hear the chat that's going on, and I know a lot of super competitive teams. I think they're running silent. Do they have commentators now? I don't remember.
They go silent if everyone gets stuck on an encounter and they start to figure it out. They'll go silent so that people can't figure out from them and use their logic paths and what they've figured out to beat it. So it gives them an advantage trying to get worlds first, but we're not going for that.
Right. You're going for the experience and the completion of it, not the world.
We're just there to have fun.
Yeah, the fun of it all. Water, thank you so much for hanging out with me, chat. This concludes my interview with Water. Really one of the top Guardians in the game. Millions and millions of takedowns, giving them a to-go box with a nail in the lid. Water is a champion of the light and a champion of Guardians everywhere. Thank you, Water. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Chat,
it.
I want to say thank you to everyone who hung out with me for this. It will go up on the channel separate from the general gameplay that I've been in. So if you want to go back and revisit some of the things that Water said, definitely check that out. Check out, Water's channel. Water, what is your channel? Let everybody know where they can find you.
I think the YouTube username is Water7212. I'm pretty sure. I'm way more active on Twitch, which is just add water with 2 T's, and that's also my Twitter which is where I'm probably too active.
I often wonder, like, is Water up 24/7? Because I see stuff popping up a lot. Keep the puppy dogs coming, though. They are loved.
Oh, of course.
Chat, I'm going to conclude. I'm going to have some lunch, and I will be back this evening to hang out with you guys. Crimson's invited me to another round of Pantheon, and I'm a fan of that. What will you be playing, Water, this evening?
If there's a spot, I will. He hasn't messaged me about it, but I would love to if possible.
He moved out of his dorm today, and he said he's got a lot of moving to do, but he wants to be on this evening to play. I hope you're part of the team, because it's always a pleasure. Chat, be sure to like, subscribe, hang out with us, check out Water. All of you come back this evening. You are needed, you're wanted. Grab those guns, grab that gear, because we are in the battle of our lives. We are going to be facing the Witness, Mr. Two Finger. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm scared. And I want you with me. Come be at my side as we push back the darkness. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you. Thank you, Water. I 100% appreciate